I grew up in Blue River, Oregon on the Mackenzie. My best friend's dad was a Vietnam veteran, and I know he had suffered a lot as a result of that, and I really was interested in mental health, and he had gone to the vet center in Eugene. I thought, I want to help people like him. It'd be pretty great. At 17, I graduated from Mackenzie High School and got on a plane in Eugene and went out to Vermont and started military school. My senior year was 9/11, 2001. I had just been in New York City a couple weeks earlier. I hadn't really decided if I was going to go into the Peace Corps or go into the Army. I went to Fort Hood, Texas, and was part of the 96 transportation. We drove HETs, which are heavy equipment transporters. They're the biggest trucks in the Army. Their trailer alone has 50 tires on it. We had 96 trucks in our company. There was 300 people in the company. So I started as a platoon leader, and I got there just after we had won the war in Iraq. And I thought, sweet, I missed it. We got deployed and we were headquartered out of Camp Arif John in Kuwait. And then we would go into the port in Kuwait and pick up equipment and then drive it everywhere, wherever it needed to go into Iraq. And we would then pick up equipment and bring it back to the port in Kuwait. So our missions lasted about 7 days. Vet centers are awesome because they were started by Vietnam veterans in the late 70s, peer-to-peer counseling, veteran to veteran, and they started out as like the Vietnam veterans needed a safe place where they could come and talk and go like, oh, is this happening to you? This is happening to me, and not feel so alone. There's over 300 vet centers located all across the United States. We meet veterans where they are, and so our mission here is to do readjustment counseling. And I think most of us who've been in a combat zone or have experienced any kind of trauma know what it feels like coming out the other side. It changes you kind of to the core. But we really just focus on what the veteran needs in order to make their life better right now. We do couples counseling, we do family counseling, we see people individually, we do a lot of group. We meet veterans in the community, so we have what's called community access points, where we see veterans in Prineville, in Madras, and La Pine. And our staff here are all veterans. And we currently see just over 250 veterans right now that we consider kind of active clients. Well, I'd say if you've driven by the vet center or maybe somebody's told you about us and you haven't come in, just come in. You don't have to have an appointment. You can just drop in and ask some questions and ask to meet some of the staff, and we'll be happy to give you a tour and show you around. And I know it's really scary. It's often the scariest thing you can do is walk through our doors, but if you can do that, then most veterans really feel at home here. And the vet center is different than it was, 4 or 5 years ago. And so I'd say if you were here 4 years ago or more, and if for some reason you felt like your needs didn't get met, come back. Give us a try now, because things are different.